The regular recommended daily dose of funny is just not enough. Thankfully, we have extra funny with TJ and Riggins.
Hey, if somebody is retired that used a certain catchphrase or something like that, but if they're not in the business anymore, could another person use it, you think, and not be called out for it?
No.
Yeah. Oh,
You say yeah.
yeah.
Like this radio guy named Tom Joyner used to call himself the hardest working man in radio because he did mornings in Dallas, and then he flew from Dallas to Chicago to do an afternoon show in Chicago, and then back to Dallas every day.
What?
Before the technology was there to just do it in one spot, or vice versa.
Well,
Yeah. However, he went back and forth from Dallas to Chicago every day. So now that I have a morning show and an evening show and a podcast, I think I could call myself the hardest working man in radio.
Yeah.
But
I think.
I don't know if he's been retired long enough to take that yet, or if he's got it copywritten.
That would be more important.
How long's he been retired?
Just a few years.
Oh, really? Just a few years?
I'd say less than 10 years, yeah.
Wow.
I'm having a flashback of being in my grandmother's car and her listening to Tom Joyner.
Really?
Or somebody's car. Maybe it was my mom's. I don't know. That's how I know the name.
Yeah, I mean, he was one of the most famous radio personalities ever.
Like a cheesy voice or?
No, he was, he's black.
Yeah.
So I don't know that black people ever have cheesy voices.
He's got like a smooth voice. I'm just trying
No, it's not smooth. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but
No.
just a normal voice and normal guy, you know.
But he was
Well,
hustling.
I think you can steal his slogan.
Yeah,
It's not
I'll
even
try it just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, is he the only one that's the hardest working? No.
Yeah,
Like-
but I mean, that was his catchphrase, the hardest working man in radio, is the way he would say him. So maybe if I just said mine, the hardest working man in radio, and I didn't stretch it out like that.
Right.
Yeah. Or what about the TJ Ritchie Show? Better ingredients, better pizza. The
TJ
TJ Ritchie Show.
I'm sure that's fine.
The best
Maybe.
part of waking up is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, the TJ Ritchie Show. Have it your way.
ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Good to the last drop.
How are y'all thinking of all these right now?
These are iconic.
Yeah.
The TJ Ritchie Show. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. He's not looking to file a lawsuit. He's probably just happy in retirement. So I think go for it.
He's fine. He's loaded.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I believe that.
That is so true. What?
Are you going to ever find a place, because you go to two different buildings to do the two different jobs.
Yeah.
Are you going to find like an apartment that's closer to, like, that's how some people do it if they have to work in the city and they end up getting like two places to make the commute easier?
My wife keeps saying that we need to get a place closer to the interstate, not necessarily closer to Charlotte, but we live now, it's probably 15 minutes or 10 minutes at least to get to the interstate. And then it's on the opposite side of town. We live in Mooresville, North Carolina, and it's on the backside, north side of Mooresville. And Charlotte is south.
Right.
So maybe something back closer to this side of town, but I don't think it makes that big a difference really, one way or the other. The time I'm going into work every night is the worst time to be traveling. It takes me at least an hour every night to get there.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't take you longer than that.
But it averages about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes to get there every night.
Yeah.
Coming home,
rough.
is it pretty empty?
Yeah, it's about maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes home.
Last time me and Jody were together, we were at a place that would be perfect for y'all to get a little place.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like hopping, there's shops, and it's right off the interstate. And I was thinking, this could work.
Yeah, and now that we're empty nesters, or almost empty nesters, as they say, we automatically have to start looking for small places.
Yeah,
It's the law.
I guess. We don't need all this.
Yeah, until we have grandchildren, which is not on the horizon anytime soon.
Well, you never know.
But I don't.
Exactly.
I don't want to live in the mean city for sure. I don't want.
You don't want to do that.
No.
What if it's just in the city limits, but it's not in town? You know what I'm saying? Like it's in the geographically, it's in the city, but it's not in the city.
No.
No, you're really not.
Property
into it.
taxes are higher in that county too. So
Preach.
gross.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well,
But both of my children have now graduated college. They both attended HWCUs, historically white colleges or universities. And when my daughter's name was called out at her private, expensive college, they mispronounced her name. They called her Lanny instead of Laney. They pronounced it Lanny.
they're supposed to be smart.
They pronounced my son's name correctly, but it was AI. AI did all of the announcing of the names at his graduation a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What was? Is that to show off like their capabilities?
No,
or
I
something?
think it was just to
Time saver.
keep it. Yeah. Because they said, well, we can't cut back any of these Marxist professors getting up and bragging on themselves at the ceremony. So let's snap it along with the announcement of the names. You know, the less important part that we're here for is the actual graduates. But imagine you've gone through college and you're this girl whose name is mispronounced. And, you know, this may be why they have AI now doing it, because of the human error in mispronouncing names. Lindsay, you haven't heard this, have you? Mm-mm. Okay. Listen, imagine this is you at graduation.
Jacqueline Jewett. Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kirkhoff.
Ouch.
And she didn't laugh. She was like, devastated. Because, you know, she's had to deal with that her entire school career.
I guess so.
Kids calling her that. Stupid.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
Give me. How do you mess
But
that
that's,
up?
yeah, how do you, yeah.
If it was real, it could have been a voiceover thing. I don't know.
Sounded real. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. But
That's a good one.
that's stupid on her part. I mean,
They ought to give her at least last semester's tuition back.
Something.
Yeah.
Come jerk off in front of the whole school. It's terrible. It's like the worst mistake you can make.
I actually would probably laugh if it were me. I'd be like, oh my God, okay. But some people are sensitive to it.
If you didn't have to endure 10 years of being called Julie Jerkoff, you know,
Yeah.
that's got to be tough.
Yeah. But what if the shoe fits?
Yeah, maybe she is a jerk-off.
Then it's personal.
But usually women aren't called that. That's an insult reserved for men.
Yeah.
I actually was not saying that she was mean. I was saying that maybe she's loosey-goosey.
Oh.
Yeah, I was saying it that way, but now that you mention it.
The name
maybe
fits.
yeah, maybe, who knows, you know?
Yeah, but if your name is Kirkhoff, there's no way
think?
that you've gone through life without having to deal with that.
Right.
But you just wouldn't expect it at your college commencement ceremony for a professor or higher, maybe a dean, to make that mistake.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
it became the worst part of your schooling.
Yeah.
And then at the very last moment of your schooling, it's just a subtle reminder. You'll always be Julie Jerkoff to us.
Yeah. What a way to go out.
We haven't forgotten. You were always her.
Yeah.
God.
God.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's
I'm
rough.
sorry. Kirkhoff.
Sorry.
So sorry.
How do you not laugh at that?
I don't know.
I don't think you don't laugh at it if it's your family.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
true.
think.
You're Mr. and Mrs. Kirchhoff.
Yeah. Well,
if I'm the mom,
we
I'm like,
worked
what?
with a guy for years, and his last name was Rakoff.
Rakoff.
And
Yeah.
he probably had to deal with that growing up.
I never
People
thought about
dealing
that.
with yeah.
Well,
And where I'm from, rack off is what you do with your pipes on your car, on your truck.
Rack off.
You rack them off, man. Yeah, rack them things.
yeah.
But yeah,
And that definitely feels more Yankee, calling someone that. Yeah, you know, almost like Philadelphia, like, oh, he's a jag. Yeah. It's so gross. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate it all, man. And bless her heart, that little girl.
Yeah, Julie.
Julie, bless her.
Julie Jerko. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
This is TJ Riggins Extra Funny.
The TJ and Riggins Show is available to stream every weekday around 7 a.m. Eastern at tjriggins.com. Stream on your phone, on your iPad, in your car, on your laptop at work, or from your smart home devices. And if you can't listen live, that's not a problem. Listen later as a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon Music, or at tjriggins.com. The Week in Review, Group Therapy, Extra Funny Podcast, the TJ and Jody's House podcast. So many great things to listen to every day of the week. Listen live or listen later at tjriggins.com. It's easier than ever to enjoy the show. tjriggins.com.
Hey, it's TJ, and the people at Cozy Earth are thrilled with all the people who have bought that bubble cuddle blanket that I've been promoting. And as you know, I get a special discount for you, the highest discount that any influencer gets, which is 41% off when you use the code TJ at checkout. People are also loving the bamboo bedding and pajamas. A lot of celebrities like those, but that doesn't matter. I like them. I'm the only celebrity you need to worry about. Go to tjriggins.com/deals. Use the code TJ at checkout for that big 41% discount on everything at Cozy Earth.
The TJ Riggins 24/7 Carolina stream is available in the Media Center at tjriggins.com. Sponsored by R. Gregory Jewelers in Statesville. Go to tjriggins.com/diamond. At R. Gregory Jewelers, we speak diamond.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Let's do it!
Now, back to TJ and Riggins Extra Funny.
You know, we always have said on this show that being a redneck is not just reserved for Southern people. There are rednecks all over the country. Redneck is a type of behavior and lifestyle. It's not an area or a region citizen. And Modesto, California is a very redneck area. There are a lot of rednecks in Modesto, California. This is a CBS News story. This is a guy in California is facing charges because the charges are burglary, stalking, sexual battery, and assault with intent to commit a felony. So he's 27 years old. His name is Christian Angiano. Christian Angiano. Hey,
yo, Christian Angiano.
I
know that kid.
He's allegedly been harassing this woman for months. Stalking her is the way they've described it. He followed her home from work, and he would sleep outside her house in his car. So that's stalking, wouldn't you think?
Yep.
2 Wednesdays ago, this woman woke up in the middle of the night to find him at the edge of her bed with her toes in his mouth. So he somehow broke in, and while she was asleep, that's what he decided he was going to do. After that, he tried to get in bed with her. She pushed him away and called 911, and he ran off. So they didn't find him that night, but tracked him down the next day in the same area. And she apparently tried to, he apparently tried to come back even after the toe sucking event didn't go the way he planned it. He came back knowing that they're looking for him. And then that's when they arrested him.
Whoa.
Not all there. So
Obviously, yeah, he's a wacko sicko.
So she woke up feeling that, or I don't know how it was written is like she didn't feel it. I don't know, or maybe that's just how
it just says that. Let's see, how they put it. She woke up around midnight to find him at the edge of her bed with her toes in his mouth. Yeah, so maybe it did. She was feeling it, and that woke her up.
That is so gross.
Night feet. You sweat, and I would immediately wake up if the blanket was removed from my feet. I need my feet covered, so I would feel that immediately. I'd wake up, and then to find somebody sucking on your toes is so bad.
Do you wear socks to bed? Either of y'all? Yeah, I don't either.
No.
Some people do though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that'd be hard to get.
Yeah, right. Get the sock off.
A lot of people do. They kick out of the cover at night. Take that one leg out or something. I don't know how it didn't say how she was positioned in the bed.
Oh, that is sick, man.
She's a hard sleeper. I would, the second somebody opens my door, maybe she doesn't have kids.
Yeah, she would. I think pretty much have to live alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And did she know he had been sleeping in his car outside her house leading up to that incident?
It sounds like she did.
It kind of sounded like she did.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you have immediately gotten a restraining order or something? You find out some guy's sleeping outside of your house in his car?
Yeah. Something ain't right.
I know. Let's see. So the full story here from CBS. He allegedly, let's see. Christian Alejandro Solorio Angiano allegedly began stalking the woman at her job in February through other employees at the business. Though other employees at the business confronted him on multiple occasions, investigators said his behavior escalated to the point that he would follow the woman home. So evidently he had been coming up into her work and being creepy, and then it sounds like other employees try to get him to step back. Witnesses reported that he tried checking doors to the home in the week leading up to the incident in an attempt to gain entry. Positively identified as the suspect through witness statements and surveillance footage.
So maybe she wasn't aware of the extent at which he was pursuing her, stalking her.
I don't know.
But it sounds like her coworkers did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how did she not know?
How did she not know?
Maybe she was flattered until.
I don't know. Maybe she did. She just didn't know that he was actually. She knew that he was coming to her work and getting creepy because her coworkers are having to try to get him to stop, but then she didn't know that he was sleeping out in his car and trying to find entry into her home when she wasn't there. I don't know. It's weird.
Is he a foot freak and this is just the extent to which he goes, or is he just a stalker who just happened to be sucking on her toes?
I think he's just obsessed with her.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Man. Or maybe both.
Yeah. Because I know other foot freaks are like, don't give us a bad name.
Yeah.
We just like feet. We're not crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. Poor girl. I mean, can you ever sleep in that house again? I don't know.
No.
That would be so traumatic.
Well, not if he's out. If he's in jail, I wouldn't think that she'd need to move or anything, or make sure that, get a dog.
Yes.
Get you a big German Shepherd in there ready to attack somebody that's coming around.
Oof.
And it doesn't say how he got in.
Yeah.
For me, I'm moving if I have a break-in. Like, I hear about these break-in stories, I'm moving. I know it's easier said than done, but I can't. Yeah.
Because you think if people find out that you got broken into, even if that person's in jail, then now you're a Target.
Well, and I just never get it out of my head. When I'm in the house, I never get it out of my head.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it's a pretty convenient excuse to get your husband to buy you a new house.
Preach. Don't say that out loud. He's listening. Just kidding. Don't break into my house, anybody. But
Please don't.
yeah.
She's like, Kyle, I just can't live here or anywhere in this price range anymore.
I need plus 2 million. Thank you.
The only way I'm going to feel safe
Yeah.
is with a much bigger house in a newer neighborhood.
Yeah. I need at least 7 bedrooms.
To escape.
Many chances to hide. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has to be one of those crazed foot freaks anyway.
Yeah.
You know, if he breaks in, this is the object of his obsession, and he breaks in, and that's the first thing he wants to do when she's at her most vulnerable state, which is asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, you're awake? Oh, well, let me get in bed with you then. I didn't mean to wake you. Like she would just be like, okay.
Yeah, come on in.
Out of all the things, though, I think, I hate to say this out loud, but that's the one I'm picking. Out of all the things he could have done, I mean,
Yeah.
on the bright
yeah.
side,
Yeah.
on the bright side,
As far as forcing himself onto
Sure.
her, yeah.
if I'm vulnerable, suck my toes, but that's about it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's the best thing he could have done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird to even say, but
Yeah, it was. It was pretty weird to say.
yeah.
But I love that you did. That was amazing. If I'm vulnerable, just suck my toes. I love it.
It's extra, extra funny with TJ and Riggins. Introducing the new Media Center on the TJRiggins.com home screen. It's now easier than ever at the homepage. TJRiggins.com. Add it to your phone's home screen today.
Okay, everyone, here's a little PSA for you. R. Gregory Jewelers, downtown Statesville, Father's Day is just 2 weeks away. And they're the place you need to go. Because at R. Gregory Jewelers, they not only have women's jewelry, but they have men's pocket knives, they have men's jewelry, they have cool watches. Anything you need, they got you covered. So go to R. Gregory Jewelers in downtown Statesville, and even if your man is like, you know what, don't give me anything, no. He needs something, he wants something, he deserves something. So go to R. Gregory Jewelers, downtown Statesville.